Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jasmine Clark. I am excited to welcome you all to this session on student clubs and organizations and campus activities. I serve as the new Assistant Dean of Student Development at UNC School of the Arts. And before stepping into this role, I served as the Director of Residential Education here at UNCSA, and I've been here for about 5 years. Today, it is my pleasure to introduce you to some incredible members of our UNCSA community who are truly instrumental, in making our campus vibrant and dynamic. They will each take a few minutes to introduce themselves and share a bit about their roles at the university and how they contribute to student life here. So we will get started. So our first speaker will be Anaya Wilkinson.
Hello, can everyone hear me? Just gotta make sure my mic is working. Okay, we're good. Please excuse the fact that I'm in my car. I'm on my lunch break, but we're gonna get this done. So, hi everyone. My name is Anaya Wilkinson. I am the president of Artists of Color here at UNCSA. First of all, I want to just congratulate everyone and being a pickle with us, and we can't wait to see you when you get here on campus. So, Artists of Color's message, in essence, is to strive to promote diversity through creativity on the UNCSA campus. We work towards providing spaces for persons of color to feel seen, to feel that they belong, and overall comfortable on our campus. Ways that we do that, we engage in seminars, workshops, marches, and even events to work towards this mission. Regular events we have or have had in the past include Hispanic Heritage Month, which was like Latin night that we had in September, and music and mingle night. We also had Pan Con Cafe, which was like having bread, desserts, and just having overall time to like mingle with one another. That usually happens in September, and we're going to have that also again happen in September this coming school year. We also have Black History Month, which happens in our spring semester. That's usually during February. For example, we've had the Black History Month concert, which is when all majors come together. That means dance, that means music, drama. All the majors come together to put on a nice show in celebration for Black History Month, where it's mostly student run. So yeah, we also have our Black photo shoot, which is when students come together and we have a little photo shoot. Last time we had Y2K theme, it was real cute. We also have one of my favorites, which is the AOC fashion show. This is when all the students again come together. This is all student run. We're doing the do. Our fashion show is when students come together and they have a little fashion show. This is where they can make their own outfits or put outfits together. And we usually have a theme. This last year, our theme was Afrofuturism, and it was real cute. But what I want you guys to keep in mind is that we have our bonfire. Now, this happens annually, it happens every year, and it's mostly for our freshmen who are coming in so we can introduce ourselves, so we can welcome you guys, and everyone is open to come. It's not just persons of color, everyone is welcome to the bonfire. This will be happening on Saturday, August 17th. So once you get your room together, you put the dorm room together, just come on outside. It's going to be right by the hill. You'll get acclimated to the space. You'll understand where that is. Right outside Haynes Commons, we usually have a little bonfire. We do s'mores, we do candy, all kinds of stuff. We also do a lot of singing. We got dance competitions. We got all kinds of stuff. We also give out t-shirts because we have our new design t-shirt. So yeah, that's a bit about like all of our events and stuff. I also want to let you know a few persons that are also on the board. It's not just me. We got an executive board. This includes our vice president of programming, which is Melisha Wooten. We have vice president of advocacy, which is Candace Vaughn. We have secretary, which is Anaya Gonzalez, and we have treasurer, which is Paris Newman. So you'll get familiar with those names, and once you come on campus, just look for me. Just know I'm Anaya Wilkinson, and I'm your president. So if you need any questions or have any questions, you can just come find me. I'm very friendly. I forgot to say that my major is I'm a contemporary dance major, and I'm a fourth year, which is kind of scary. That means new senior. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me, and I can't wait to see you guys.
Thank you so much, Anaya. That was a lot of great information. All right, so next we have Cameron Chestnut.
Hello, guys. First off, congratulations. Happy pickling. I am a finally a fourth year film student. I specialize in screenwriting. Give it up for all my film people in here. I am the president of UNCSA Pride. It's our queer student union for the college. We just started it last year. I think there have been like clubs before, but sometimes like clubs go in and out. But hopefully we're establishing some sort of system and more roles this year as we get started so that we can continue to do things as we go and after I've gone. But our purpose is sort of to have like a celebratory and safe space for queer students, but everyone is welcome. We have this previous year, we had 4 main events, and we will continue to do those this year, but we are very open to doing more things or more activities as we really lean into a community angle. I'd love to have some type of food drive or like anything to help go support queer teens out in the community this year. And I think it's just imperative that we sort of give queer students a space to express themselves, and also sort of because this is such like a welcoming area already. It's very easy to be a queer student here and sort of like not be recognized for it and sort of your artistry in that, right? And how special that is to you. So we usually do our events in March. It was all in one week the previous year, which was crazy, but it'll be more spread out this year. And we will have a few meetings, probably starting around late September, just so we can get more people interested and figure out who wants to do what. We document a lot of our stuff on our Instagram page, which is UNCSA Pride. If you want to go in, I'm not sure if anyone can see that. I will put it in the chat so everyone who is on can see. That is where you can DM us if you have any questions, and you can also reach out to me by DMing the page and then getting there and just like reaching out if you have any questions. I'm so excited to have more people come in and us sort of grow our audience and our community and our vine as we go into the next year. And I'm always open all the time. You can always DM us, hit us up. And if you get to that meet, and if you join us for our September meeting, you can find out what event you like to co-sign on, if you'd like to be involved in the planning or organization of that. This year we did a drag show. We did a Pride Plaza with organization tables. That was a nice collaborative effort. We had an alumni talkback, and we did a screening. So looking forward to doing this again this year. Looking forward to meeting everyone and seeing what you guys bring to the table and giving everyone the opportunity to get involved in that. I am so excited, and congratulations, and I will see you on campus. Feel free to come up to me.
Thank you, Cameron. That all sounds amazing. And we are looking forward to seeing the events y'all have in the upcoming academic year. Next, we have Isabella Kessler.
Hi, I'm Isabella Kessler. I'm a 4th-year scene design student, and I am one of the people that is in leadership at UNCSA InterVarsity. We are a community of artists who are studying the Bible, and we are a community that's welcoming and loving to everyone. We want to create a safe space where people can investigate faith on their own terms. So we have a Bible study every Friday at 6:30 in the Haynes Student Lounge, but we also have fun events like family dinners or game nights and stuff like that throughout the year. So keep your eye on our Instagram, which is UNCSA_IV. I'll put that in the chat when I'm done for all of our fun events coming up.
Thank you so much, Isabella. That was great. All right, so next we are going to hear from some of our professional staff members. And so first up for our professional staff is Dr. B. Athena McNeely Cobham, or as we affectionately call her, Dr. MC.
Thank you so much. Full disclosure, I took a bite of my sandwich and now it is making its way down. Throughout the day today, you heard a lot of welcomes to UNCSA. I'll go a step further and say to our students, parents and guardians, extended family, and dear friends, your student coming here made the best decision. It is a close-knit community as it's been described, but being close-knit does not mean that oftentimes we have divergent views and perspectives and ideas about how to coexist in this world. What's genuine about the UNCSA community is that we deal with those differences with civility, with empathy, and with compassion. And that makes for a wonderful space to engage in art and artwork. I am delighted to have you all on this call and to know that you will be joining us in another, I don't know, maybe month or so, month and a half. I'm here in Winston-Salem, and I'll have more to say when I get to meet you in person. The next voice you'll hear after mine is that of Dr. Tasha M. Myers, and she will talk to you more about the division that I supervise and the work that we do at the institution. Dr. Myers?
Thank you, Dr. MC. I have a presentation for you all. So I am sharing that now. Again, so thank you all so much for, again, making time to be here. We definitely wanted to be able to make sure that you know about the Division of Institutional Engagement. And so in this, as you heard from Dr. MC, there is a full team of us. And so you'll see our pictures here. So again, we want you to know that there is a group of folks who are specifically dedicated to student success and belonging here at UNCSA. So now I'll go into a short video that will go into explaining about some of the work that we do.
At UNCSA, students not only prepare for their artistic careers, they also have access to
Looks like when I turn myself on mute, it pauses the video. So let's go along and I will
a wide range of support services and leadership development programs to help them grow both personally and professionally. Whether you're becoming a fighting pickle for high school, for college, or graduate studies, we strive to create a clear path to success for all students, free of unnecessary barriers. Helping students succeed is about identifying potential roadblocks before they become a problem. We collaborate with students, faculty, and staff to create a campus environment that's empathetic and responsive to everyone's needs. For example, the Office of International Programs provides support in the areas of visa compliance, adjusting to life in the U.S., and resource referrals, which are many of the services needed to thrive abroad. From UNCSA Pride to the Disability and Neurodivergence Artists Collective and everything in between, UNCSA has student-led organizations that celebrate individuality, promote belonging, and establish connections that allow artists to push the boundaries of their craft. Our high school student engagement programs are designed to foster an environment where students from all backgrounds feel valued, respected, and empowered to express their authentic selves. The coordinator of leadership development collaborates with student organizations to foster student success and support. A core value at UNCSA is fostering interdisciplinary work through the arts. We encourage students to immerse themselves in campus-sponsored events, such as the annual Food Fest hosted by the International Student Association, the fashion show produced by Artists of Color, movie nights sponsored by Asians Come Together, campus lecture series, and more. These activities are a great way to complement student studies. As you join the Fighting Pickle community, we celebrate, affirm, and respect your unique voice and perspective as a person and as an artist. Most importantly, we are here to facilitate your success. I invite you to connect with us. We are located on the 3rd floor of Haynes Student Commons, right across from the Pickle Jar. See you soon.
So I apologize for those technical difficulties in working through the webinar along with Zoom. It's a little bit different. But again, just as you're starting a new learning experience, we as professional staff are continuing to be on that learning experience, and we love appreciating to be on that journey together. So I am sharing with you now just a few of the student engagement opportunities that we have within the division, some of which you heard earlier or heard from earlier today, many of which who you'll meet on the very first week of school and different events and socials that they will be hosting. And we highly encourage you to get involved and get invested in various different organizations, whether or not, even if they're affinity based, if that is not necessarily your affinity, because it's a great opportunity to be able to engage within the community, to build partnerships, friendships, connections, and these are the things that will help sustain you throughout your time here at UNCSA. So I might be dating myself a little bit when it comes to Cliff Notes. That is something that I used to use a lot when I was in school. And so in that, I know that over the course of today, and many of you would have heard from Fulton earlier today, and international students hearing from Maggie later this afternoon, there are a few key points that we want you to have as a takeaway. Who we are. We are friendly folks who specialize in that warm handoff. So again, making sure that you know that there's a place where you can go to, and if we can't help you, we're going to connect you with someone who can. What we do, again, it's all about support. So again, making sure that the ideas that you have and the concerns that you may have, that we give you those resources that you need to be able to have success, and based on your definition of what success looks like. And last but certainly not least, where we're located, across from the pickle jar. And you've heard several people talk about that before. When you get on campus, if you haven't already had an opportunity to have a tour on the third floor of Haynes Student Commons, that is a grill made to order section, and our office is located right across from there. So there are plenty of times where students will go and put in their order, and they'll come in and say hi, maybe even look at our fish before they go and pick up their food. And so in that, if you have any questions, obviously I know there are some that are popping up in the Q&A section now, but if you also want to reach out to us directly, you can contact us at belonging@unccsa.edu. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Myers, and thank you, Dr. MC. That was some very important information to give to these new students. So thank you. All right, so next we have Lavon Lewis. Lavon, you're muted.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lavon Lewis. I'm the program coordinator here at UNCSA. So I'm thrilled to welcome you all to our community. So in my role, I host and coordinate a variety of campus activities and events that's designed to enhance your experience here. Our goal is to create opportunities for you to connect with one another, learn new skills, and have a great time, of course. So just to highlight some events we do, we've hosted some amazing events in the past, such as the Solar Eclipse Party that drew about 500 students. We host a fall and spring carnival. We also did a silent disco party that kicked off the Welcome Week. So these events are not just about having fun, but they're about building a sense of community and belonging. As well as each semester during the final exam season, we'll hold a late night breakfast in the dining hall to give you a chance to take a break and to recharge. And when the weather's warm, we bring in Italian ice trucks to cool things down and add a bit of sweetness to your day. And so as far as with collaborative and wellness initiatives, promoting wellness, we also collaborate with counseling services, such as the You Will program that you guys will get a lot of good information about as far as counseling services. And I host table events that promote student wellness as well. So given how busy our students are in the Arts Conservatory environment, it's crucial to provide resources and activities that support your mental and your physical health. And looking forward to planning ahead, we're in the process of planning a lot of fun and engaging events when you arrive. So stay tuned for announcements and get ready to dive into the upcoming campus life. Thank you all.
Thank you, Lavon. That was some great information. I know you're going to have some fun activities planned for the students when they arrive on campus. So thank you all to our panelists for all of your introductions. That was very helpful information. The next phase of this particular session is for Q&A. So if you all in the audience have questions for our panelists, please feel free to put them in the Q&A chat so that someone can answer your question. So we'll wait. We don't have any current questions right this second, but we'll wait to see if we get some questions in the chat that we can answer. If you've already put questions in, some of these questions have been answered and on an individual basis, but we see some more questions coming in. So let's see. And panelists, if you see any questions that you would like to answer, feel free to pop in if you have the answer to these questions. Do any of our panelists know of any other orgs that were not mentioned here?
I can say a few.
Okay, thank you, Anaya.
Wait, skip my food because I'm on my lunch break, but I got you. So we also have MENA, that is the Middle Eastern group. We also have, well, we talked about Pride, we talked about InterVarsity, we talked about AOC. We also have UNCSA Pageantry, which I'm also a director for. We also have International Students Association, which Fulton and Tasha did talk about, and I know there's going to be another session that Maggie is running, so you'll learn more about that. Trying to think. There's also ACT, which is Asians Come Together, and I forget who's running that, but I'm pretty sure you'll get more acclimated to that once you get on campus. And I'm pretty sure there's more, but those are the ones I know from the top of my head.
Thank you so much, Anaya. Looking back in the chat to see if there are other questions. I see that Cameron Chestnut also shared that there is a new club for neurodivergent and disabled students, DNAC, and their Instagram is here. We'll make sure it's in the chat so that everyone can see. Let's see. I see someone asked a question, are there any kind of commonly used forms for things like D&D groups? I will say that I know that in Artist Village and Center Stage, our RAs sometimes host different events for Dungeons and Dragons and things like that. So we do a lot of programming for D&D in Artist Village and Center Stage, but I am not actually sure if there's a commonly used form for that one. Let's see. All right, just looking in the Q&A to see if there are more questions. There are several questions being answered in the chat. There is a question that says, what should we expect from our RAs in Artist Village? So the RAs are our resident assistant, which are student leaders. We have a session, I believe at 2 o'clock, where I will talk more about what they do. But generally what the RAs do, they're peer leaders, student leaders who help you get acclimated to campus life. So they do things like serve in an on-call rotation where they can respond to different emergencies, or if you're locked out or just need someone to talk to, whether that's during the day or after hours, they're there to support you. The RAs also host some really fun programs in Artist Village and Center Stage, and they make one-on-one connections with the residents that they are assigned to. So our RAs work really hard to make sure that everyone feels welcome and everyone knows that they are a valued member of our residential community. Let's see. There's a question in the chat that says, is there an avenue for student organized or unofficial clubs, or somewhere we can find what clubs are on campus and who to contact to get involved? I do know that there is a webpage on the UNCSA website that has more information about student orgs. I will try to find that and put that in the chat. All right. So I see a few more questions being answered.
Is Dr. Myers still on the call?
Yes, she is.
Dr. Myers, can you talk a little bit about the artist aboard process? I saw a question related to that.
Yeah, so in that we within our office don't necessarily approve trips, but there are opportunities that most often students have through their faculty. So they may go and be an apprentice on a particular project, or they may go to play at a particular festival. And so we do coordinate one grant. There are several other grants that are available on campus. And that gives students the opportunity to help pay for it. But it is something we want students to be mindful of, to know that most of those are reimbursement processes. So it doesn't necessarily give you the funds up front. And then within our office, you heard us talk about Maggie. When she does international student support, that's not just for international students, but that's also domestic students going abroad, or even international students going abroad. And so whether or not that means getting travel insurance, but again, we help you in that process. We'll get you links to know from the health department if you need particular vaccines or things of that nature, but we can help give you a jump start to that process.
Thank you so much, Dr. Myers. Lavon Lewis, did you have your hand up to add something?
No, I think I was just trying to look at the chat questions and might have pushed the wrong button. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. No worries, no worries. So it appears that we don't have any more questions in our chat. What I would like to say, thank you to the panelists for spending time today answering questions. I know we're also excited to welcome these new members to our community and welcome them to the Fighting Pickle family. And so thank you all also the audience, thank you all for being here and asking some great questions and really being engaged in this session. We're so excited to welcome you to UNCSA and to see you here in Winston-Salem. And I feel like it's going to be a few blinks of an eye and you all are going to be here. And so we have some really fun things in store for you all this academic year. And so don't ever hesitate to reach out to any of us if you have further questions. But that is all we have for you today. So thank you all again so much and hope you enjoy the rest of your day.